Hello viewers, welcome to Adobe Studio. Today, I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about color grading in Premiere Pro. And I promise you that by the end of this video, you will be a master color grader. If you are new to this channel, press that subscribe button, click the bell icon, and let's get started. So assuming you've imported the video you want to use in this color grading, this is mine here. I'm just going to create a new sequence real quick. Now this video I want to color grade and I've imported it into my sequence. Now before we go further, what is color grading? Now to me, color grading is the way you manipulate color and light. Yeah, without light, you cannot identify color. So it's just a process of you playing around with color and light. Take for example, assuming I can cover the sun with one hand, everything on earth will be dark. But when there's light, you can identify color, at least visible light. It will help you a lot if you can learn color grading as a video editor. Now this color workspace is divided into 6 segments. We have basic correction, creative, curves, color reuse and merge, HSL, secondary and vignette. So where we need to go first is basic correction. Now Premiere Pro has put this automatic color grading. Most times it does little to nothing, but it can just be a way for you to start and maybe something to encourage you to start your color grading. So I'll just test that out real quick. If I press auto, just observe what is going to happen here. You can see there is a slight increment. If I toggle this off, you can see the slight change, but it's not enough. Now, I'll be taking every basic color gradation tools one by one so that I can break it down for you to understand the effect. The first here is temperature. Now, temperature is just a way of adding warmth or coolness to your video. If I go towards this yellow bar, it's as if it's sunny. Then if I go towards this one, it's as if there's no sun. So, cool, warmth. That is the work of temperature. Cool, warmth. Now, the next is tint. Tint is like giving your video this color tone between green and purple most times, or anything in between. So if I adjust this, you can see it has this green look, or I adjust it towards this side, it has this purple look, or anything in between like I said. But I'm just gonna drop this here and put this one here. Alright, let me not color grade yet. Let me just put you through these tools. The next is saturation. What does saturation do? Saturation increases or boosts the color levels of that particular footage or removes the color entirely. What do I mean? When you do this, you can see all the color of your video leaving. So this video becomes black and white. But when you take this to the highest, you can see how reddish and vibrant the video is looking. Now, if you observe, the part I've been dealing with here since is just color. You can see the color tab. The next part is light. Let's manipulate the light aspect. Now, exposure. Exposure is just how much light is entering the video, or let me just use the camera. How much light is entering the camera. So when you shoot sometimes in low light environment, you might need to boost the exposure. But I must say, color grading depends on your creativity. It's something that you can never perfect. Most times there's no principle or one book solution to learning color grading. It depends on exposure, experience, creativity. That's just the word. Your limit here is your creativity. So when I ramp this up, you observe that the light is increasing. This guy is getting brighter, but watch how much of exposure you give it so that it won't be so shouty like this. This is bad. So I'm just going to increase the exposure a bit. Something of this is okay. Yeah. And then contrast. What does contrast do? Contrast add a bit of this darker tone, brings out some darker portion of your video. That is in a layman's language. So when I do this, observe, you can see it's bringing out the darker part of your video. Very similar to this guy, blacks, but a bit different. So you can see contrast. You can also say that contrast is a way of bringing out color, contrasting it in the video, but then it edges towards this darker part. You get there. Then highlights is just a way of increasing the already bright part of your videos, like this. The effect might not show much, but you can see something happening. Now, shadows. Shadows are very, very important. Look at this video you are watching right now. You will observe some shadows in this part of my face because the light direction is majorly coming from here. I have another light here, but the major light is coming from here. And therefore, there will be some shadows here. Yeah, it's part of the setup. It's a bit technical, but what am I saying? Shadows are very, very important. If you remove all the shadows, your video becomes whitish. It becomes faded. So that shadow makes your video look crispy. It makes the video look as if it has this high quality. It gives it a professional look. What do I mean? When I ramp this up, you can see how the video is looking. It's looking like something that lost quality. There's no much details. So shadow brings out those details, extra details in that footage, in that video. When you reduce your shadow, your video is beginning to lose details. Now, when I increase these shadows, you can see that it's getting darker, but when you look at this video very well, you see that I get more details in as much as the video is not exposed. Observe this. When I take this guy up, increase this guy, you tend to observe something, but the video is not looking so good here actually because I'm overexposing and overshadowing this video. Now, whites and blacks is literally adding more whites and more blacks to your video. So I will color grade this video real quick using just only the basic correction. And most importantly, some videos does not require you must use all the tools to color grade. It depends on, again, what you want. So with this is the before and after. You can see that we are already getting somewhere with this color grading now. And going further away from the basic correction, you can decide to be more creative with your video. Now, if I go under creative, you can see this guy here. And I would also like to mention what is called a LUT, L-U-T. Another important part of color grading that can save you time and give you less stress is using LUTs. LUTs are just like color graded templates that are available for you to use so that you won't go through this manual process of color grading. And in fact, that is what most YouTubers use. You get, because most times most people don't have time to come and be doing this. But if you do, it helps you become more creative. So you can get a lot of free LUTs out there. I will leave some links in the description to some free LUTs for you to try out. But if you use LUTs, you might not really get what you want all the time. You get, if you are in that creative end, unless you keep trying different types of LUTs, and probably just maybe you might get something that suits your video, depending on the scene. Now, there are many factors here in play. All right, but they are worth trying out. LUTs are actually good. I use some myself. So I'll quickly show you how using LUTs can change your footage dramatically. Now, when you go to the creative tab, not that you cannot use LUTs here, you can also use LUTs in the basic correction tab. But the reason why I like using it here is because I have more control as to how much intensity I want. What do I mean? Let's just use one of the default LUTs here. You can decide to use any of this one here. You can see what it's doing to my video. These are different LUTs that are here. You can keep trying any one here, or you can even add what we call custom LUTs. These are custom LUTs. You can get it from a folder you've downloaded and add it here. Or you can just use any of the default one here. If you get something close to what you want, you can then reduce the intensity. You see what I'm talking about now? This is without. This is why adding it under the creative tab makes more sense than using it here, because here you have little control. I think there's intensity here. Oh, see? It doesn't toggle up, doesn't turn up. Okay, let's see where this guy comes to play, where this intensity will be controllable. If I click on auto, that is when this intensity becomes available. For those of you that will say, but there's intensity down there, so it's not for the LUT actually. I'm just going to undo that. Okay, all right, going back to my creative. Now, I don't want to use LUT yet, so I'll use none and continue color grading. Remember, I had color graded this video up to this point. This is how it was before, and this is how it is now. You're going to tell me the one you like best actually. So in this creative part, you still have other things I can play around with. Sharpen. You can see what's happening here. This is how it's adding grain. When you sharpen your video, you tend to add more grain, remove a lot of blurriness from the video. But I advise you should use it 10% of the time. So I'm not going to use Sharpen here. And for faded film, please, unless you're editing a movie that was shot to be in maybe in the 90s or in the 80s, then you can use this effect, or in some cases anyways. But this is what it does. Look at this. So it makes it have that olden days kind of look, you know. So I don't need this. Then vibrance, this is another part you can play around to bring out the coloration of your video. Very, very close to saturation. Vibrance is close to saturation, but what's the difference? You tell me. Can you see any difference between these two? And the similarities as well. Now, coming to curves, very important part. This is where creativity gets more creative. Curves is where you can manipulate things like white, you know, removing the white, but this time around in a very massive level. Alright, playing around with RGB curves. We call it RGB curves, red, green, and blue, of course. You know, if I want to isolate a particular color, especially, I can come to this curve. You can see, wow, what is happening here. Alright, and this is green. Can isolate green and blast it if I want. Of course, this is blue. You can see this, you can see that. So now, sorry, hue versus saturation is where you go to. When you want to increase the saturation of a particular color, let me assume you want the blue to be more, just like how in this video is now. If I want the red to increase, just only the red, to boost it a bit, I'll go to hue versus saturation and do this. What I just do is click on this guy, look for a red environment here. You know, this light here is red, so you tend to select here. You can see it, so I can ramp this up. Can you see that the red is saturating, is going up? I can also reduce that particular color, so I'll just undo that. Now, another important part is the hue versus hue. When I toggle this pencil or eyedrop tool here, let me assume I want to change or remove all the dark blue in this guy. Let me just click this. Watch what will happen. I think I'm seeing purple here. Okay, can you see there's a certain tonation of color? But let me redo that. Let me take a more visible color here. Let's assume, let me look for red per se and say, well, okay, this is red. All right, can you see all the reds now have changed to green? All my reds here have changed to green. I'm going to undo that. Then let's go up to blue. All the reds have changed to blue. Can you see? So like I promised, we're now becoming a pro in color grading. We are not even there yet. Now let's leave curves and go into color wheels and match. This is another place where you can adjust a lot of things. You can see the midtones, adding to the shadows and highlights. You can come here and play around this guy. Watch this. If I double click this, it fills up, so I can drag this color around. Just very similar to what your basic correction under tint will give you. You get very similar, but they are not the same. So I can decide to go towards green. This is more like an advanced tint now, where you have many colors to lean towards. But when you reset it to the middle or when you double click, it tends to revert to normal. Then shadows just plays around with this. Observe, you get, it tends to play around with the color of that your shadow, adding more coloration to it. You see, changing my shadow from black to somewhat blue. If I keep dragging towards this side, can you see that? That is what it does. Then highlights, of course, we already said what highlight is. It does something like this. It tends to increase the bright part of your video. So this is color grading. When you color grade, this part now that we are in, this level is getting towards that high technique part of color grading. When you can play around this part, you are now getting to an advanced level of color grading. And sometimes it takes time to get what you want. That is why most people tend to use LUTs. Now at this point, I'm going to undo this. See? Can you see the difference? It's looking reddish actually. I don't like this. So I'm going to undo this right now. So HSL is just you playing around with hue, saturation, and lightness. You can just play around here to get a particular desire you want. Then last but not the least is Vignette. You can add Vignette to your video, determine the color you want. If you want white vignette towards the right, black towards the left, and you can adjust how the midpoint is, how close you want it to be to your focal point, and the roundness as well. You can see what I'm doing here. So add feather just to make it more realistic. So this is color grading. If I undo this, redo, undo, redo. So let me remove the vignette. Which part is better, this or this? So guys, this is it on the part of color grading. What you can achieve here, or what can make you a pro, depends on how creative you are and how often you practice. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe, click that subscribe button, and please help this video get to 1000 likes, and also share this video to someone that might need it. Thanks for watching.